Unlucky number 13. This floor is small, and someone is sleeping. Orange. Oh, I think I remember this floor. Yeah, this just has a bunch of bulb orbs on it. Do you have a treasure? No, I mean it's gonna be the orange ones, isn't it? Don't kid yourself. Well, you know what the strategy for this one is. You know what the strategy for this one is? We might want to use some ultra bitter sprays just because we have quite the surplus of them, to be honest. Please don't wake up the second one though. That would like really suck. I don't want to use two. I want to keep one for floor number 14. But why? What's on floor 14? Well, you know what? If you were systematically keeping track of everything I've ever said in this playthrough, you might understand what's on floor 14. But that might be next video. I don't know. I might have to dedicate an entire video to what's going on there. But that's not important. I think we can tank this guy, right? You know what we can do? We can just outmaneuver him. Wake up! You won't. He drank out of the nectar. That was legitimately terrifying. You know, I was willing to sacrifice one purple if it meant that the nectar man, or if it meant that he died with only eating one purple. Because that guy can eat like 4 at once, or 5 even. It's A&W. It's a good root beer, okay? Mug is like good. A&W is good. Barks is it's something. It's caffeine free. But A&W is respectable. The hypnotic platter. Nice. I haven't been to like an A&W burger place in a while. I might want to get on that. I'll tell you what I'm getting on with. All the treasures are done up until now, so let's go into floor number 14. How bad could it be? Babe, wake up. It's floor 14 of the Dream Den. The arena looks weird. It took a second to load in. Alright, it's the final dungeon. It's the final floor. Look at all that beautiful treasure over there. So this area looks kind of weird. It's supposed to look like a GameCube, I think, is what some people tell me, but I'm not too sure about that. I'm gonna be honest, I'm having a good time again. Earlier in this dungeon, I made the claim that I wasn't having a good time, which was true at the time. I'm now here to rescind that and say that I'm now having a good time again because we're on the final floor. Not like I'm glad, like, oh, it's almost over, I can't wait to be free from these shackles, but like more just like, I enjoy this area quite a bit. So the strat we're using here, Mr. President, get all the yellows. That's why I brought an excess number of yellows. They're very good in this section. Not that there's like a boss or anything, that would be crazy. And Mr. Red, please join in the party. And we are going to get right up behind this geyser right here. Just trust me when I say you want to hide your second captain away. And look, it's Louis. He's doing totally fine, guys. Let's just approach him and take him back to the ship, along with all those treasure he's found. Danger music does not inspire hope. Is that Louis? Yeah, he hasn't been gone for that long. Mr. President, I have located Louis, I did, resting on a vast mound of treasure. Yep. For him to venture into these depths alone, the desire of man is a thing to be feared. But Louis is not moving. Could he have exhausted his strength in reaching these depths? How did he get this far? There were like places we had to break down. Okay, whatever. There may yet be time. Quickly, to Louis' aid. I'll try my best. Sure hope there isn't a boss fight. There is indeed a boss fight. It is the Titan Dweevil, the final boss of Pikmin 2. And he's using the water-based weapon. So the reason you want them behind the geyser is because he's going to shoot. And sometimes this goes behind the geyser, in which case you have to whistle your guys. So he has 4 different types of weapons on his body there. He has a poison one, a fire one, an electric one, and a water one. The water one is the worst. If you want to aim for that, go for it. Oh, this is good. This is good. So the reason you bring yellows is because obviously electricity instant kills, so you want to, you know, bring the one that you can whistle, bring the one that can't be whistled away, basically. They are just doing tons of damage to that thing. Okay. So when a weapon reaches enough damage, it will start to smoke and malfunction. When it malfunctions, it will take on some kind of new property, usually. Apparently this is the first time I've seen a Pikmin drown. Yeah, they're suffering. At least I know it's a yellow. Okay. Switch. Good, good, good. Get them. Yeah, so when a weapon takes enough damage, as you can see, the tap there is smoking. That means that when the water one starts smoking, it means that it shoots out a lot faster. I think I just said that, but you know. This fight is like really interesting. So you might notice that when he uses a weapon, there's a certain like musical cue. There's a different musical cue for every one of these weapons, and also every time you knock one off, the music changes to be a little more like hopeful instead of sinister, which I like a lot. This is the poison one. It does that. It shoots out poison streams in those kinds of directions. So yeah, this fight is like really, really cool because not only does it use every element, which makes it a really good final boss because there's so many elements in this game. All right, we got the water one. That's the hardest one. And the music changes. be slightly better. Obviously, you want to go for the electric one last because, you know, you're immune to it, so don't worry about it. But yeah, the fact that, like, just the lore behind this fight, like, it's a Dweevil. It's a Titan Dweevil. And what do Dweevils do in this game? Well, they take treasure. So this guy has clearly just amassed a ton of treasure, and now he's self-defensing with it. And I think that's really cool that they made, like, a self-defense style boss. We'll get more into it in a second. But basically, my point is that I like this final fight a lot. That's why I was excited to come here. I'll show off what the other weapons do when they start to smoke later. I'm not really aiming for anything in particular. To be honest, once you get the water one out of the way, this fight is really not that bad. But yeah, the weapons all have different hit points. They all have different music. They all have different things they do when they start to malfunction. It's a cool fight. It's well designed. Sometimes it takes a bit of a while, but I have some ultra spicy sprays I might be able to use to my advantage here. Oh, he's still using the fire one. I'll use an ultra spicy spray here. Like, it's the last fight, so I need to use all these sprays eventually. Might as well just kind of wait for this and then go in. And he works similarly to the long leg family, where if you... I'm accidentally attacking the electric one. That's not really what I intended to do. Once he takes enough damage is when he starts to use the weapon. If you just leave him alone, he doesn't use weapons, which again is similar to Dweevils. Dweevils will not use weapons unless they are provoked, much like this guy. So yeah, again, cool. Oh, he's using the electric one. Opportunity for big damage. As you can see, he picks up 2 weapons when he uses one, so it's sometimes a bit awkward to take down one. But we are doing massive damage to the flare cannon. That's the fire one, and he's using the electric one again, which is very cool. That means we should be able to get this one off. There we go. All right, just the poison and the electric left. Now he has a 50-50 chance of using electric. Very cool. Just slam it on the poison weapon. So you didn't get to see it, but the fire weapon, when it gets damaged, it starts to spray out in a much wider radius. You didn't get to see it, but it's the least exciting of the malfunctions, so I guess it's fine you didn't get to see it. So yeah, we're just absolutely making mincemeat out of the Titan Dweevil here. Yeah, no, electric again, eh? The poison one is starting to smoke. Let's hit the electric one, because I want to see what the poison one does when it malfunctions. It's probably the coolest one. Oh, they're both starting to smoke. Alright, the poison one, excuse me, come here. When it malfunctions, it shoots out more sprays, as you can see, and sometimes, you didn't get to see it there, sometimes the sprays will change direction mid-stream, they will change directions, which is, you know, we didn't get to see it, but it does make things much more difficult, and the electric one's starting to smoke, so when the electric one malfunctions, they instantly come out electrifying, and they bounce around, which makes them a lot harder to avoid, but again, as long as your second captain is in the water chute, should be fine. Let's just get all the way up on this slope. There you go, you can see him kind of change directions. Excuse me. Yeah, so the thing about, like, the Pikmin... I mean, this is the first time we've seen a Pikmin, like, start to drown via, like, water. Oh, no, this isn't the first time we've seen a Pikmin drown. It's the first time we've seen a Pikmin be affected by, like, a water-based weapon. Because there really just isn't that many in the game. There's, like, the watery blowhogs... And, like, that's it, I think. There's probably, like, one other thing that does a water shot in this game. But it's, like, the watery blowhogs and the Titan Dweevil, and, like, that's it. Alright. Really just hoping this guy does more electric, because that's free damage. But you guys know the drill. It's a 50-50 chance. Very, very cool fight. Listen, it's a giant... You guys know how I feel about giant spider enemies. I hate spiders in real life. In this game, I love them. I think giant spider is peak enemy design. And in fact, giant spider with several... biological weapons is maybe, dare I say it, peak enemy design. I just realized we have 3 sprays left. Should probably start using some of those. A bit awkward to aim right now, but I think I'm figuring it out. Oh, no, no. Get over here, please. Oh, yes, the poison. Ouch. Oh, this is bad. Oh, wow. I just got mega stun locked. Alright, well, rip the yellow squad. Yeah, so, as I was about to mention before I got stun-locked by the poison weapon, if you... What am I trying to say here? When the captains still get knocked down by the element of their choosing. You know what's really tragic about that? We have had, like, really, really low yellow numbers for this entire playthrough. Like, that's like the one thing we just have not had at all. I'm willing to bring, like, some... The problem is we don't have any electrical resistant guys anymore. But I'm willing to get some reds involved. By the way, this is the reason that, like, Bulbmen are not in this dungeon, is because if you did, it would be impossible to lose to the final boss. Just get out of there, okay? Alright. Definitely scary that we lost all our yellows, but, you know, that's just me not playing very well, if I'm being honest. Let's get in there, and let's just hit him with the last Ultra Bitter Spray. Oh, this is unfortunate. Oh, this is unfortunate. Oh, this is I did not think this through at all. Hang on a second. Alright, it's fine. I just wanted to turn him to stone for a joke. It was just a meme. Do something, please. Not again. I'm not losing all my guys again. We may lose a few, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's the bad one. Yeah, sometimes they can bounce out of the arena, so you really want to be careful with this one. Obviously, it's electricity. Man, this might be... I might have to take this one a bit slow, believe it or not. Let's just see here. He can't actually come out of the arena himself, but he can... By golly, he can, you know, take some steps to getting out. Oh, there we go. That's good damage. That's good damage on the electrical. Come on, do it again. You raise me up, baby. Let's go. There we go. We got the electrical down. Ow, stop. No, not again, not again, not again. I will save my reds from death. Most of them, anyways. Okay. He has a foot out of the arena, but as long as we just continue to use whites, we actually cannot lose. And yeah, definitely unfortunate we lost our yellows, but we had to have another Pikmin-related catastrophe in the end, didn't we? Oh, we didn't, but, you know, when I'm on the controls, we did. So, yeah, whites, immune to poison, excuse me. I'm just trying to... Sir. Sir! Sir! That's fine. Yeah, so, I mean, it's just this. We're throwing whites at him. You can throw them when you're, you know, when he's actually using the weapon. If you don't get massively stun-locked by it, which I am having a... Mr. President's having a rough day on the job, let's just say that. There we go, we got one on. Definitely prefer him when he goes a bit more to the center there, that's for sure. Let's see if I can arc this a little. I don't want to... No, they still don't get on. Okay, well that's fine. It's just... this is not the best strategy to be using. Maybe I should have taken up the poison one earlier, just because it's very, it is very obnoxious. Okay, we got a couple on there. They're doing damage, that's important. We got them, alright. So with all his weapons gone, what's a Dweevil to do? Nothing. He cannot harm Pikmin when all his weapons are gone. He just flails around. He can sometimes remove their flowers. Let's just bring in the whole dang squad and show this guy that we mean business by murdering this defenseless creature. If you use, by the way, if you use an Ultra Bitter Spray on him when he's about to die, he will explode and drop 10 random sprays. But I'm not going to do that, A, because I don't have an Ultra Bitter Spray, and B, because this is the final boss, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, Mr. Titan Dweevil, the giant crab spider creature. Thank you for your service. You were a fun final boss, but now it is time for you to die so we can recover our co-worker, Louie. Goodbye. He just bubbles and turns into toothpaste. And so this is why the final floor has a lot of treasure, because each of these weapons count as a treasure. We did it. And we even got Louie. He's alive from the back. They're just doing some kind of ritual over there, that's fine. Louie? Are your life functions fading? God, I hope so. No, he appears only to have fainted. He is always running into trouble. That's silly Louie. Instruct the Pikmin to carry him. There is not enough room for him in the cockpit anymore. You'll have to keep him in the cargo hold with the treasure hoard. Sounds good to me. Alright. Well, that's it, guys. I mean, that's the Titan Dweevil. That's Pikmin 2. We lost almost our entire yellow squadron, but, if it makes you feel better, I think we did a good job. Each of these treasures is, you know, it's worth, I think, 1,000 each. Also known as nothing. You guys know the drill by now. It's the comedy bomb, the poison weapon. Interesting to note that if you don't have enough Pikmin to carry the treasures back, because I think Louie only takes one, so, you know, if you survive this with one Pikmin, you can make it out okay. But if you don't carry the treasures back, if you come down here again, you can refight the Titan Dweevil with all those treasures. But since we're taking all those treasures, if I were to come back down here and refight him, he would just be in his naked state, unable to hurt Pikmin. This is the Shock Therapist, the electric weapon. So yeah, no, I mean, I just, you know, the series is coming to an end. It's Louie. He's a treasure, even though we have no intention of selling him. Kind of odd. Look at him. The King of Bugs. Only worth 10 Pokos, how sad. Something else I don't think I ever actually mentioned this in the Pikmin playthrough. I saw a comment, not on my video, but just on another one. that mentioned that, like, hey, do you think the reason the Pikmin follow Olimar and Louie is because they have antennas, which kind of make them look like big Pikmin? And I was like, you know what? That's a good little thing they've realized. See, I'm not good at critical thinking, but thankfully other people aren't. I can just take credit for it. Don't ask where the water's coming from, because this isn't attached to anything. The monster pump. And we got this back. I think this is the flare cannon, the fire weapon. The flare cannon. And with that, that is all the treasure on this floor, and that is in fact every treasure in the game. That is all 201 treasures. There were 21 treasures in this dungeon total. We lost quite a few to the Titan himself, but he's the final boss. What do you expect? Let's escape to the surface with our Pikmin and Louie. And I think we can call this one a job well done. Look at our treasure report for the very last time. A lot of money that doesn't matter, but it's the thought that counts. Oh, baby. 27. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's how old Cyrus is in Pokemon Platinum. Don't ask me how I know that. Cave complete. Save the game. And let's return to the surface of the planet with our spoils. Skip. You've collected every treasure! I know I did. It was an ordeal, but we got there. I don't know what I'm looking at here, if I'm being honest. Okay, it's the ship's, the gluon drive or whatever firing up. Alright. We escaped the Pikmin planet. I say escape, I mean we're leaving. We came here willingly, okay? We came here, we pilfered every treasure we could. They're seeing us off. How lovely. I'm not sure what area that is, I don't remember going there. The president's coming back. He's having a good time, look at him. And you know what, I had a good time too. The whole of Heroes was kind of a mess. But I had a good time with the Dream Den, honestly. There were some creative floors, there were some floors I wish I didn't have to do. But look, there's light Pikmin. Do you think glowing Pikmin are going to be in Pikmin 4? I kind of hope not. I like the more darker areas that have that aesthetic. But boy, that is very bright. Oh, it is late into November. People are already putting up their Christmas lights. Why are some of them transparent? Or translucent, I guess. But it's time to return home. Oh, look, the onions are following us. I like to think they're sending us off rather than trying to come with us. But you know what? We've taught the Pikmin how to survive. Since the first game and this one, we've populated the earth with Pikmin, except for the yellow ones. Those ones are kind of low now. But that's fine. I mean, this is like a really elaborate way to show that we are in fact leaving the planet. Pikmin 2. What an experience. It's over twice as long as the first game. Actually, probably like over 3 times as long as the episodes were longer. It's the end. Oh, why is the frame rate stuttering so much on Earth? Oh, it's Earth. Did I ever mention that? This is Earth. That's why there are so many human objects, because it's post-apocalyptic Earth. Not sure if I ever mentioned that. The end. Is there gonna be another credits? I hope there's another credits, because I want to talk over them. I'll have to go back to the title screen like a dweeb. Is this just... Are we sitting here forever? Maybe. Well, if we are sitting here forever, overall, I enjoyed Pikmin. Okay. You know, it wouldn't be a finale if I didn't look like a big idiot. Look at these stats. I beat myself quite a bit. Lost a fire? 4? Yeah, no, just more stats. So yeah, you can go into the... There's a thing you can go into. I sound like a boomer. Where you can see your stats in, like, detail. And there are 2 different stats for beating the game and getting every treasure. Obviously, that was the getting every treasure cutscene. But yeah, 12 hours. The 12 hours? Just stop talking, dude. Just save the game and go back to the title screen. The final episode is, it was fun in the gameplay sense. But anyways, here we are. There's nothing left for us to do on the Pikmin planet. There's the Piklopedia and the treasure thing. So I'm going to do a bonus video, so this isn't quite the end. But, for the second to last time, thanks for joining me on Pikmin 2. Hope you had fun in the finale with the Titan Dweevil. I know I did. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day, and goodbye.